I think to our local broadcaster in Midland, Texas, Craig Anderson, and, the ability to get information, much needed information out to the population is so important. And it's one of the keys, for broadcasting that we need. Mr. Chapman, from a broadcasting perspective, can you talk to me about the differences between, the digital and analog broadcast, and is it changing? And again, like my colleagues, Mr. Curtis and others have said, I want to keep an open mind here, but I know for sure that we need AM radio in this country. And can you talk to me about digital and analog differences?
Sure. Thank you, Congressman, for the question. I'll talk real quickly in terms of the differences with AM in terms of how it's broadcast. What we're most familiar with and what we all listen to is analog AM. The other end of the spectrum is digital AM. And the receivers today, very few of them can receive all digital. What we're also familiar with is what is called hybrid, and that is stations that in-band deliver both digital and analog broadcasting. The challenge is for the hybrid broadcasting, it is not a reliable system, it is very finicky, it's tricky to keep it operating well, but it's what we chose as a country through the commission to get to the digital place that we needed on the AM band. The station I mentioned earlier in Frederick, Maryland, is broadcasting in all digital. It sounds like a CD. It's wonderful, but we can't listen to it unless we have the radio that receives it.
It's a great point. So I think, wanted to establish the fact that AM radio is a national security issue. It's an issue for our emergency management system. The receiver is important in this. When I listen to K-Well in Midland, Texas, myself and many other ranchers, farmers, people that are in the oil fields, they may not have a digital receiver or a hybrid receiver. So, Mr. Schmidt, I recently signed on to a letter, and upstairs we're having a committee hearing on mandates from another federal agency. So I'm not a pro-mandate kind of a person, but I am very concerned about the lack of AM radios in vehicles. And I'd like to hear, what your thoughts are on how we continue to allow private markets to work, but also allow our population to have the ability to tune in, because it really is a national security issue.
Yeah, thank you for the comment and question. As I've reiterated, I think our members are fully committed to providing a plethora of options and mechanisms through the iPod system. AM radio is one of them. We also, our members go through and look at the consumer demands, consumer listenership, and that folds into their individual product decisions, which I can't elaborate on any further. But it is, manufacturers now offer a kind of a dizzying amount of options, and I think that's good. And we look forward to working with the federal government, FEMA, and the IPOs and trying to strengthening the whole system, because I do understand and recognize through the various strategic plans that even FEMA has concerns about AM radio's future because of the declining listenership. And so we have to look forward at what we can do to provide the kind of the nation with what they need. Thank you.
I would encourage that. It's very important. This is foundational to our national security and to getting information out to the populace. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.